can't explain pain, you can't explain lots of things. And I feel like you can't really explain this experience, so I don't really try. But I do get to hold it and know it's there. And even though I don't see you guys very often, I mean, at best once a year, but like, I get to hold you all in my heart and know you're there.
A river is kind of a metaphor for life. You know, rivers, start very small. Sometimes they're smooth. Sometimes they flow back upstream. Sometimes everything's going along just fine, and then you hit a big waterfall. LEAP spun out of the need that we found by taking people that were disadvantaged and taking people that were suffering from physical ailments down the river. And we could see the power of what was happening to them, the transformation that people were experiencing as a result of being in the outdoors.
So personally, I had a pretty tragic accident happen in my life. I lost my daughter, my youngest daughter. We had some burn survivors from the accident. I was connected with the burn center through that because they gave us a lot of care. And I came across a lot of other burn survivors as I was spending time there. And then when this accident happened, Jim reached out to me. Jim and I spent some time together in high school. We went out on outdoor programs together. And so we started to talk how you could harness being out there, in the wild and having it become a healing factor.
So we had the access, we had the ability with Orange Torpedo, and then we did a program for the first time for Oregon Burn Center where we took a group of 20 people out there.
I don't know if I want to go.
Is the van right?
Oh, no, I'm going to. No, I'll go.
We were just winging it, and everything worked, though.
I think one of the biggest things that helped me along from the minute I was in the hospital was hanging out with other burn survivors. I mean, it makes me realize that, I am lucky and I'm happy to be here. Be in a place where we can have similar issues, but be able to have ourselves too and be accepted as we are, who we are.
These people form these communities, and those become their friends, and those become their support groups long after they've experienced the LEAP program.
I've seen such growth in the people that have gone on this trip, and a new understanding of themselves, what their capacities are, what their capabilities are.
I can't tell you everything LEAP's done for me, but it's done wonders. It doesn't matter your physical or mental condition, you can still go do it. You can still overcome.
We really understood that there was a need for what we were doing in the community. So as a result of that, Erik, Matt, and myself said, we need to focus on this.
And soon after, New Avenues for Youth came.
If you fall out of the boat, or when, which is just part of the fun. It's just part of the adventure. And the guide will be right there. And the guide will either pull you back into your boat, or the guide will pull you into his or her boat.
Most of the time, our youth are not used to having adults care about them and laugh with them and root for them and high-five them. And on the river, we get all of that. The experience allows them to dream bigger, to see the world as every young person should see it, which is full of opportunity and excitement and joy and challenge. And we see the transformation when they come back from the river. They feel like they've accomplished something.
When people are encouraging you, that you can do things that you don't think you can do, and you accomplish it, even though you're scared, that's a real confidence builder, and helps you with your self-esteem. I feel like if I can do all of this, then I can basically do anything.
Most of the first 2 years, and even prior to the organization of LEAP, it was funded by the Revelry Group. It became this organization where the needs of the community outstrip the ability for us to be able to provide.
In order to have a 501c3 nonprofit status in the state of Oregon, you're required to have a fundraising event. And we have no idea how to do a fundraising event.
Well, we knew we wanted to raise money, so we came up with the concept of a variety show. We all have arguments about whose idea it really was, but I do remember that Jimmy Mack was there and said, yeah, we'll do this down at my place, and the community just kind of wrapped their arms around it. Yeah, the first one we raised about $25,000, which we were ecstatic about.
Yes, so 2 years in, 2012, 2014, we added partners. We're raising more money. We're buying more equipment.
We really took on an ambitious agenda to make LEAP an independent organization and to also expand the service offering to other populations that hadn't been served.
2015 was a transformational year. We needed to move off the rogue and get our own permit under our own name and run our own river programs.
By raising the money that we did in 2014, it allowed us to move to the salmon, and it also allowed us to buy our own full set of operating equipment.
The evolution that we've experienced with LEAP is people coming to us versus us going to getting partners and selling what we think is a very powerful program. That message has gotten out.
The great thing about LEAP now is it's not dependent on the founders. It's seriously operated and run by a team of professional people that know what they're doing. The people that support it in the summer as guides are passionate about what they're doing, and we're at capacity. I mean, we're doing 10 programs a year. That's capacity.
And they're all linear. To grow means you got to start doing them parallel.
We need to double in scope, and that requires more fundraising, more resources, more full-time staff.
And we want to build out our program in other communities. That's a good problem to have.
The dream that Erik and Matt and I had of supporting these people because we knew the power of the outdoors, that dream was embraced by family, friends, and this community as a whole. And we can't thank them enough. That support over these years has allowed us to impact the lives of over 1,000 people in a positive way. But it doesn't happen without the people that are in this room tonight. Thank you. That's the truth.